How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another episode of our NHL 25 Be A Pro series with our goaltender, Dale Adams. In the previous episode, we started off a brand new season, this time with the Chicago Blackhawks, who in the previous season made it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals before losing to the Buffalo Sabres. We decided to join them in the offseason, which is great for me because they're my favorite team in real life, and they're actually supposed to be pretty solid in game. So hopefully we can run it back, make it back to the Stanley Cup Finals, and this time win the Stanley Cup. But in the previous episode, like I said, we did start this new season here. We are kind of sharing a starting spot with I can't think of his name all of a sudden at the moment, but we are currently on a 3-0 record, 3-game winning streak. We did not play the first game of the season. We won 5-4 in overtime against Nashville. Then we did play this game where we did pick up a nice last-minute goal to take the 3-2 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. We did sim this game, or I just simmed this game, and we won 2-1 over the Seattle Kraken. Now we are coming home for the first time this season to take on the Vancouver Canucks, and then a couple days later we'll play them again at home in Chicago. So what we are going to do in this episode is we are going to do the third period, hopefully, depending on if it gives us a good sim or not. We're going to be doing the third period of this game. We'll sim the next one, or sim however many we need to get to our next start. Then we'll sim our next start. Then we'll play the third period of our next start. Just so that way it'll help us get through and we can see some more game progression and whatnot. So yeah, also, I want to give a big thank you to everybody showing up and watching my previous NHL video. That video just absolutely blew up. Well over 400 views. I didn't even realize that until today. I was just looking and I saw that and I was completely shocked. I wasn't expecting this series to get that much attention. Maybe it helps because the playoffs are going on right now, or maybe you guys are just wanting some NHL. So I will happily oblige, and I will continue to play some NHL. But without further ado, we're going to jump into the third period here, hopefully. Hopefully it'll be a good sim here, taking on the 2-1-0 Vancouver Canucks. So first period here in Chicago, up 2-0. Jesper Fast and Philip Kurashev. John Gibson, former goaltender brethren with the Anaheim Ducks for Dale Adams. Second period, 2-2. Okay, so Daniel Sprong scores 2 unanswered to tie it up for Vancouver, who are looking to take the lead and get the 4th victory in a row for the Blackhawks. And hopefully we can do that. We're going to jump in here. We're just going to rock standard home and away here. Nothing too crazy. And we are going to make sure we turn off tethering, because nobody likes tethering as far as I know. And James still should be put on silent. You can see there we got Bedsy, Panarin, and your boy Dale Adams leading the X Factor list there. Giving up 2 goals on 13 shots isn't really something you want to see, but better than 3. Quick shot there from Bertuzzi. Good save from Gibson. Another quick shot there. Gibson with the glove. He will freeze it. Let me get readjusted here. I feel like I'm at a weird angle. But yeah, so like I said, started off our 4th season in the previous episode. Third team in 4 seasons. So we're kind of jumping around, but hopefully Chicago will be a nice little staying place for Dale Adams. We'll just have to see, though. This will probably be the final season we do for NHL 25. But I have made the decision that if NHL 26 does not have any big changes for Be A Pro, I will not be buying it, because that's the only mode I play. I don't play online. I don't do franchise. I tried to do franchise and it just wasn't my thing. I have one video of it on the channel and it just wasn't my thing. But yeah, if NHL 26 does not have big improvements to their Be A Pro mode in NHL 26, I will not be buying it. And then we will just continue this series and call it good. I may not get a whole lot of new viewers from it because, you know, the way YouTube works, people are always wanting to see the newest thing. But at some point, I gotta do the right decision and not waste my money on mediocre products. So yeah, I don't think a lot of you people who know how this game works and anything will be too upset. But I do know there'll be some people out there who would comment and be like, "Oh, why are you playing this old game? This one's old. Play the new one." And it's like, why? It's the same game, just just roster updated. You know, that's what EA tends to do, though. But hopefully, we don't have to worry about it, and we will actually get an updated Be a Pro in NHL 26. You would think that that would be their focus, considering they rehauled franchise and all that stuff for this year's game. But honestly, like I said, it's EA, so who knows? Philip Kurashev currently leading our team in points. Good for him. Speaking of Kurashev, won that faceoff there. Jonesy. Slapper. We have 30 shots to their 14, and we only have 2 goals. John Gibson is absolutely just tearing it up right now. Maybe a return to form for Gibson. Who knows? Okay, fast. Reichel, quick shot, good save. Quick shot again. Another good save. I've never quite taken the time to actually figure out, is it Jesper Fast or Jesper Fost? I think with his nationality, it's probably pronounced Fost, and I feel like it's pronounced Fost, but I'll hear people say fast, and I say fast, so I don't know. At least I'm somewhat close, I guess. That's what's important. Costin tried to pass it over to Tommy Tater. Could not get the pass through. Beating up on McCabe there in the corner. Kicks it out. Kopp picks it up. Scrumming for it. Suter will come with it. Long pass up to Lekaramaki. Over to Doan. Shane Doan's son. Young rookie here on our team. I believe that's Shane Doan's son, isn't it? Shot through traffic. Deflection. We'll toss that out. He was open. Jacob Chikrin there with the puck. Panarin on his left. Shakes through traffic. Backhand shot. Good chance for rebound. Doan with the quick shot. Gibson will find it and cover it. All right, so we're on a nice little home game stretch here at the beginning of the season. At least 4 games. 3 upcoming. This one counted for 4. Bedsy couldn't win that face-off. Lindgren with it for Vancouver up to Pettersson. Good takeaway from Bedsy over to Jones. Panarin. JT Miller still with the Vancouver Canucks in this universe. Oh, that would have been bad. Get over. Okay, Bertuzzi over to Korchinski. 6 minutes here in the third period, still tied up at 2. Going off the shots, we should be crushing Vancouver. But Gibson keeping him in this one. Jonesy was pinned, gets it out to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi loses it. Daniel Sprong looking for the hat trick. I'm flipping and flopping. But we make a beautiful save. Korchinski skates in. Quick shot, gloved by Gibson. He will freeze it. 4:31 left to go here in the third period. And I'm hoping that we do not get any encoding overloaded issues like we did in the last one. I have recorded a video since, and we did not have issues in that one. Beautiful slapper, beautiful glove from Gibson. Passed up to Pettersson. Hit off the puck. Goes back in their end. Hronek picked up. Hit off the puck over to Lindgren, though. Sprong with the 2 goals for Vancouver in this one. Tied it up in the second period. Gloved on JT Miller's shot. Toss it out to Korchinski. Reichel will skate it out. Gets poked there, gains control of it. Kurashev, shot! Quick shot there from Fost. Beautiful save from Gibson, keeping his team in it. Maybe single-handedly giving his team the win there with that save if the Vancouver Canucks end up scoring here. Fast, quick shot, good save from Gibson, approaching the minute mark here. Vancouver, they're starting to feel it. They're firing. Hey, Burrows, he got rocked. Höglander skates through, couldn't get the shot off. Good stick by Korchinski getting in the way there. Reichel, he's got some room. He's got some room. Passed over to Korchinski, shot, couldn't get it through traffic. Uh-oh, Jake DeBrusk, former Bruin. Good job, defense. Seth Jones actually doing what he gets paid to do. Bedsy, he's got it. Shot, good save from Gibson, picked up by Bedsy. He's pinned. He gains control of it again, this time loses it to Suter. Approaching 10 seconds, Vancouver looking for one final attempt. They lose it. Chychrun over to Bertuzzi. Bedsy shakes off the traffic shot, and Gibson will glove it with 3.2 left in the third. We still could get the goal here in regulation. We just got to win the face-off and get a very quick shot off. You never know what'll happen. Colorado just leading the hits leaderboard there. There we go. Chychrun can't get the full shot off, and Gibson will cover it to secure a point for Vancouver at least. But we will go to overtime here in game one. Very evenly matched period, if I do say so myself. Okay. Bedsy. Good face-off win for the boys. Hronek hit off the puck. Miller. Watch the cross crease. Got a toe on it. Bank pass up to Bedsy. One-on-one. Tried to windmill deep. Couldn't get it through. Oh, a little 2-on-1 here. Watch the cross crease. Pass. Got a blocker on it. And that goes out. That'll be good for us. Really don't want to go to the shootout, but... Oh! Almost a bad mistake there for Vancouver. 2:36 here in overtime. Hopefully Bedsy can win this face-off here. And he does not. Vancouver will come away with it. Good interception there by Bedsy. He's pinned. Kicked it out. Okay, another 2-on-1. Good poke check there by Bedsy. Jonesy with it. The captain of this team, he's got some room. Tried to tuck it, couldn't get it through. Bedsy has it. He's pinned. Jones scrumming for it. It's behind Gibson. They'll find it and freeze it. 50.3 seconds left here in overtime. 42-19 is the shot counter in favor of Chicago. Okay, we can't win that face-off. At least it's not a 2-on-1 here. Nice save into the corner. Picked up by Bertuzzi. Back pass up to Kurashev. Bertuzzi will get to it. Here we go. We got a 2-on-1. Whoops, didn't mean to change the camera. Over to Kurashev, shot, and Kurashev scores. He gets his second goal of the game to extend our winning streak to 4. And our first game at home is a victory. Absolutely sniped that as well. But John Gibson should easily be the first star of this game. He had a phenomenal one here. That'll be like, what, 40 saves on 43 shots? Yeah, we had a 2-on-1 chance here as well. Then we kind of flubbed it up, but a nice pass over to Kurashev. He was open. Some traffic in front and just snipes it home to send the fans home happy. You gotta love it. Yeah, Daniel Sprong, obviously, single-handedly putting the team back into it. For the reason why it even went to overtime. Made a nice save there on his attempt to go for the hat-trick goal, give his team the lead. Jesper Fast, second star, goal and assist, 2 hits. And you got to believe Gibby's going to get that first star. No, it goes to the overtime winner, Kershev. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 hits. Okay. Well, we're going to look at our stats. We got to look at Gibby's stats. Got to show him some love. A 930. Yeah, exactly. Made 40 saves on 43 shots. That's crazy, man. 930. But I doubt we'll have that good of a save percentage. 900. Okay, so we did manage to get into a 900 save percentage. He gave up 2 goals on, what was it, like 13 shots, I said. So getting back up to 900, we'll take it. And we did get a point. Drew Cameso was also the goaltender I was thinking of. I couldn't remember. We got a point off an assist in this game too, so we will take that. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to the menu here. You know what? We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it in. Normally I cut out this stuff, but you know what? We'll keep it in. If I have any conversations, though, that will be cut out. James, I don't want to listen to you, man. And we have all... See, this is the stuff that they need to fix. Like, you have all greens on coach feedback, but yet you still lose line score points. That doesn't make any sense. Like, if the 3 main things were all red and your overall was terrible, then yes, you should obviously lose points in your line score. But when everything is in the green and you have a green overall, that should at least be a boost. But like if you have like 1 out of the 3 is a green, then you should lose. But if you have like 2 out of 3, then maybe don't get a huge boost. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like if all of them are red, then you should lose. If one of them is red, the rest are green, then get a small boost. 2 out of 3, a little bit bigger of a boost. And then if all of them are there, big boost. You know, it should be like that. Not, oh, everything is green, but you still lose points. Like, I've never understood how they decide that. But anyway, enough of my ramblings. So we're going to face Vancouver once again. Is it going to be me back in net, or is it going to be Cameso? It's going to be me again. Okay. So we are going to be simming this one. Hopefully we have a good sim, looking to go 5-0 to start the season. Let's jump in here. Okay, so back-to-back games at home against Vancouver. We took the last one in overtime. First period, nothing. Second period, 1-2. Reichel scored to give us a lead, then Brody tied it up, and then Jesper Fast scored to give us a 1-goal lead. Let's do the third period here. Real-time sim. We might not always do real-time sim. There we go. Klim Kostin gives us a 2-goal cushion, but JT Miller gets it back to within 1 here. Yeah, we might not always do real-time sim, but for this first one, we'll do it. We killed off a power play. They have another one. We killed it off. Good job. We have a power play. They kill it off. Approaching the final minutes here. And we score an empty netter. Vlasic Pickles seals the deal, and we win back-to-back games against the Vancouver Canucks. This time, no overtime required. Let us look at the stats here. So we finished with a 931 save percentage. Made 27 saves on 29 shots. Absolutely love it. Let's look at Silovs. Let's look at his stats. So he made 28 saves on 31 shots. Had a 903 save percentage. Not too shabby. Anything in the 900s is always good in my book. 3 stars in this game. Dale Adams gets the 3rd star. Vlasic gets the 2nd star with a goal and assist. And Jesper Fast gets the 1st star with a goal and assist and a hit. Okay. So we are rolling here. We are rolling here to start the season. But we are going to sim. We're going to manually sim so we can get up to a training day. Because I always do these. I try not to miss them. And I just put it all into whatever's recommended as much as possible anyway. So we're going to sim up to this game here. And we're not starting this one. What I've been doing also to counteract like EA's cheese, where like you get counted for like games that you didn't even play in. Because sometimes like you'll get put in like the third period or whatever, and then I don't know. I just don't like how it can just automatically like completely ruin your stats just by simming one game. So I just like I'll save before a game I don't start, and then like if it gets credited against us, I redo it because it's like I'm not gonna deal with it. If I don't have the option to jump in and try and like win the game myself, if like I'm replacing Kameso, then I don't think that should count against my stats because I have no control over it. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but let's see if Kameso can give us a 6-0 start to the season. And he does. We are 6-0. We win that one 5-1. Okay. Minnesota's coming to town. We're not playing this one either. So we're going to overwrite this save just to make sure. All right, looking to go 7-0. Let's see if we can do it. Yes, we do. Okay, 5-2 victory. And for the third time in this episode, okay, we're not taking on Vancouver, but it'll be the third time we face them in this episode. We only got 2 hours this time. We'll put it into core training. Because I assume we won't have enough? Yeah, we wouldn't have enough. Okay, back-to-back games against our team that technically drafted us, but also technically didn't because we chose the team. Okay, let's make another save here. And let's sim the game, see if we can go 8-0 and beat Vancouver for the third straight time in this episode. No, Vancouver will end our streak. They finally get a win over us, and we are not starting the back-to-back, which is another thing that's just stupid that they need to fix. Because in what reality would you not have your other goalie start in a back-to-back situation? But anyway, let's see if we can beat the Anaheim Ducks, and get back on track. Be 8-1. Yes, we get a 6-1 victory over the Anaheim Ducks. We got Vegas up next, looking to play another game, and we're still not playing a game. Okay. See, this is why it's not good to be on a team where both goalies are rated as starters, because you never get to play, even if you are the better goalie. 9-1. Yes, we are 9-1. 6-3 victory. Can we play against Dallas? Yes, we are finally getting a start against Dallas. About time. Okay. So how many games was that we simmed? So we played this game here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games we didn't play. Even though we should have played one of these two, but whatever. But we are going into Dallas, Texas to take on the 3-7 Dallas Stars. Watch us get absolutely crushed by them here. Somehow we are third in the NHL standings with a 9-1 record. Okay, interesting. But like I said, we're probably going to get absolutely crushed by a 3-7-0 team. But we'll see. Let's jump into the third period here. Best part about being in Texas is that they can wear their best jerseys, their blackout jerseys. First period, 2-0. Josh Doan and Connor Bedard getting us on the board here. Second period, 2-0 is still the score. Let's jump in. Let's hope we can hold on to that lead. But like I said, got to put them in their best jerseys. I know a lot of people apparently don't like these jerseys, but I love them. I love the fluorescent green. I love the black. To be honest, I don't like their normal green. I don't like the color of it. I just think the fluorescent green looks so much better. And at least this time we're actually relatively even in shots, so that's good. They actually have more shots than we do. Bad pass there from Jones, but thankfully he gets it back. And there we go, Seth Jones shuts me up real quick by giving us a 3-0 lead here at the start of the third period. If only Jones could do stuff like that in real life when he was on the team. Obviously, I dog on Seth Jones a lot, but really don't like the guy. Obviously, I'm sure outside of hockey, he's Probably a cool dude. But I don't like the way he went about his time in Chicago. I thought he just kind of really brought the whole vibe down. And it's kind of telling that as soon as he was traded, the Blackhawks social media just started posting more stuff with the guys actually doing fun stuff and actually trying to enjoy playing in the NHL and not just being miserable all the time. And Connor Bedard actually seemed to enjoy being in the NHL as soon as Seth Jones was gone. And I'm not saying all of it was on Seth Jones, because obviously we still played like butt when he was gone. But, I mean, there was obviously a big cloud that was lifted off the team when we got rid of him. So hopefully going into next year, we got a top 3 pick. We're drafting 3rd overall this year. Quick shot there from Bedsy. Too much traffic in front. But we got a 3rd overall pick this year. So I'm hoping we can pick up something good. I really hope we can get that defenseman, because that is a key piece we could use. A top tier defenseman. We could really use that going into the future seasons here. But honestly, just any top 3 player would be great. Ottinger makes a good save there on Panarin. But yeah, I'm excited to see who we get. I'm hoping that we have to have an impactful offseason. We can't just sit around. We have to go after key players. We have to move money. And that's the thing. We're not like a poverty franchise by any means, you know. Good glove there. Where is it? We're going to hold it. Yeah, it's like the past few off seasons. I know last season we got Tavo and we got Bertuzzi and stuff like that. Like, we got some big players, but it's like we need like big money players. Like, we need to go after like some big guns, like some big time players. We have the money for it. Like, there's no way we don't. Okay, Lundqvist showing his frustration here. He's going to the sin bin for 2, apparently for slashing. I didn't even see it. Okay. From that angle, you can't really tell, but we'll take it. But yeah, I don't know where the whole Mitch Marner thing stands, but I know a lot of people were talking about, a lot of Chicago fans were talking about maybe getting him, but then I've also heard some negative things about him, and I've also heard that he kind of doesn't really, when the team's losing, he doesn't really show a whole lot of effort. I've heard stuff like that. I don't really follow Toronto that closely, so I'm not sure if that's truly accurate or if that's just Toronto fans being mad that they haven't won a cup with him on the team yet. So I don't know if they're just talking negative because they're upset. How whatever's going on there, but I've heard negative things about that, and then people are saying maybe Trevor Zegras, but then I also heard a lot of negative things about that because he's kind of been shown to be injury prone. He's spent like every season that he's had so far. I believe he's in like his 3rd or 4th season, or just finished his 3rd or 4th season. And he's been injured for a significant amount of time each season, I'm pretty sure. So don't really know if we'd want to spend big money on a player who might be injured for a good chunk of it. Honestly, I don't know where Panarin is on his contract, but if he came back to Chicago to kind of be like a little veteran presence as well to Connor Bedard, and Panarin, I think he's still got a good chunk of change left on his career. I know he's a little bit older than you would think, but he has been in the league for almost 10 years, because yeah, next season will be his 10th season, I'm pretty sure, because he joined Chicago the year after they won the Cup. And that was 2015 when they won the Cup. That was the 14-15 season. So the 15-16 season is when he came into the league. So he'll be going into his 10th season if I've done the math correctly. But I think he'll be in like his early 30s, maybe mid 30s. Not too sure. I don't really keep track of players' ages that much. There we go. Just off the power play, too, and Jesper Fast, however you pronounce it, gets his 6th goal and makes it a 4-0 game here in Dallas. Dallas fans are not loving it. Just a beautiful snapshot there. Bad puck luck there for Ottinger, if that's even Ottinger. Oh, I can't even tell. Did they pull him? They might have pulled him. No, that is Ottinger. Does a bad deflection off his blocker and goes in. You love it for us. You hate it for him. Especially as a goalie. When you play as goalie, you know that when that happens to you, just how annoying it is. So, got to feel for him. But also not too much because it's not us. Okay, Sagan came up close. Not sure why my guy didn't freeze that. You feel like the computer should be able to take over at this point with the overall and cover that puck up close, but yeah, I'm not sure where Panarin stands on his contract, but maybe after, if he is on a contract year, maybe after the bad season that the Rangers had, maybe he's like, you know what? Let's go to Chicago. Hopefully they're on the upturn. Here we go. 2-on-0, 2-on-0. Quick shot there, Jacob Chychrun. Makes it a 5-0 game. His 2nd goal of the season. That was just a beautiful 2-on-0 tic-tac-toe passing from Chychrun and Bedsy. Just bad defense there from Dallas. What are they doing? Getting tied up on each other. Leaving Ottinger out to dry there. Yeah, defense not even paying attention right there. And that's another one where Ottinger gets his blocker on it and it just goes in. But definitely not a game to remember for Dallas, that's for sure. Okay, approaching the 9.5-minute mark here. Big hit there. Bertuzzi's down. Thankfully, he gets up rather quickly. Shot through. Deflected, goes wide. Goes up and over. Slap shot. Too much traffic. Bertuzzi, he's pinned. Kicks it out. Dallas will have to reset. Just making him kill the clock right now. Big hit there. Chychrun. He's pinned. Rope Hintz will take it for Dallas. Good save there, and we will cover it up. I just got a notification on my phone, and Dallas is just absolutely torching Winnipeg. Michael Granlund just got a hat trick, apparently, and it's like, frickin' Winnipeg, man. Like, the entire season, the entire regular season, they're just dominant. And now that it's the playoffs, it's like, dude, get it together. Like, I'm pretty sure they're going to be down 3-1. I'm pretty sure they're down 2-1 right now. But I doubted them in game 7 of round 1, and they managed to come back and win it. So, I mean, who knows? But it's like, do you think maybe it's time to shake up your goalie as Rope Hintz finally gets Dallas on the board and kills our shutout? That's okay. We still got a big lead here. Would have been nice to get the SO, but what can you do? At least we have a big lead to work with here, just as long as we don't choke to bed and let Dallas fight their way back in this one. At least it wasn't with like a minute left or anything like that. That's always more annoying. When you have a shutout going and there's only like 10 seconds left and then they score. Good save, get over. Yeah, Winnipeg, man. I don't know what more you can do with the season they had and then having a terrible first round for basically a terrible first round. I'd say getting pretty lucky and winning in game 7, and like at what point are you like, okay, we need to have a goalie switch here. Have Hellebuck sit for a game, maybe reset him. And maybe that's what they've done. I don't know, maybe he didn't start in this game, and they're still getting lit up, but I don't know, man. But it's like, it's almost like too little too late, because if they're down 3-1 in the series and then they're finally like, okay, we need to start, who's our backup goalie, Comrie or something like that? We need to put in our backup. Well, it's like, okay, well, the biggest game of your season right now and you're putting in your backup. That's very risky play. But if it pays off, then you're obviously not eliminated and you're one game away from tying the series, but then it's like, well, do you rock with the backup since he got you that win, or do you put in your starter again? Because maybe he sat and was able to get his mind reset, you know. It's crazy. But if Winnipeg loses, then that screws up my bracket at work, and I will not have any more chance of getting a free vacation day, which will upset me, but it is what it is. We are approaching the end of the third period. You can see this building is basically emptied out. Dallas at least gets on the board. Quick shot. Bobbled. But Dallas will not get shut out at least, so that'll be a positive for them going into the next game. We make one final save. Add our stats a little bit. Would have been nice to get that shutout, like I said, but a victory is a victory at the end of the day. We don't need shutouts. We need victories. Shutouts don't lead... Well, I guess they kind of do, but shutouts don't guarantee you a spot in the playoffs. There, that makes sense. But we just absolutely lit up Dallas there. Panarin, third star of the game. 2 assists, 2 hits. It's still so weird seeing him without hair. Seeing him bald. Then Bedsy, second star of the game, a goal and assist, 4 hits. He was throwing it in this one. And first star of the game is your boy Dale Adams. Gave up 1 goal, made 35 saves, a .972 save percentage. You love to see it. Let's see what the final save percentage was for Andre. Marc-Andre Fleury is still in the league, by the way. Okay. So Ottinger was kept in that entire game, made 24 saves on 29 shots, gave up 5 goals, and had an .828 save percentage. So honestly, not too bad for giving up 5 goals. Could be a lot worse. So, got to give kudos to Ottinger there. What is their team even looking like? Sam Steele still there, Stankoven, Sagan, Shen, Robertson, Lundqvist, Johnston, Hintz, Heiskanen, Harley. So it seems like they still have a lot of the same players as they do in real life. But in Cyplikov, no, Cyplikov was an Islanders pick, I'm pretty sure. But still, I wonder why they're like not doing well. And Ottinger, I mean, he's still highly rated, but who knows? Whoops, I didn't want to do that. I want to go to the action tracker so we can get a thumbnail. Let's do this final one since it's right there. That'll be good. Let's get it right on the money. There we go. And the camera is just so much better in this game. I will give that credit where it is due, because the camera system in MLB The Show is atrocious. I hate it. And there we go. Simple. Okay. Making sure I actually saved. All right, we're going to go back to the locker room here, and we are going to sim up until our next start. If it's anything like the last time, we're going to be sitting for a bit. James, I do not care, man. That's another thing. Give us the option to shut up. See, that doesn't make any sense. 2 out of the 3 are yellow, and we get a +66. But the last game, everything was all in green, and we got a -19, man. Make it make sense. Like, I don't get how they figure that out. But anyway, we got a training day here. We got 5 hours to work with here. I assume it's probably going to tell me to put it into sprints. Yes, so we'll do... Actually, you know what? Put a little boost into rebound control. That's always good to have up there. And then Winnipeg. Okay, we're not starting against that one. So we are going to save just to make sure we don't get cheesed. And we will sim. Okay, and we pick up another victory. 4-1 victory over the Winnipeg Jets. We are now 11-1. Taking on the Islanders. And we are starting this one. Okay, so we only sat for one game. Very good. So the 4-6-1 Islanders will be next on the schedule here. I kind of like this system. Play the third period one game, sim till our next start, and then sim that game. Yeah, so play, sim, play, and then sim. I like that. So I don't remember who, but somebody mentioned that in the comment section of the last NHL video, and honestly, I think we'll be rolling with that going forward, where we play a third period of one game, sim our next start, and then play a third period of next game. Well, actually, technically, we should sim this one too, thinking about it. So let's do that, actually. Going to be a little bit longer of a video, but hey, that's okay. So, second start of or technically our third start, right? Fourth start? I don't know. Anyway, first period against the Islanders. 1-1. Mangiapane gets the lead for the Islanders, but Kurashev ties it up. They got a shorty. Then Kurashev gets a power play goal. And then second period, 3-3. Bedsy gives us a lead. Then Druin and Dobson score to give the Islanders the lead. And then Bedsy ties it up. So third period, the Islanders just go on a tear. Alex Tuck, Nino Niederreiter picks up 2, and then Mantha gets the empty netter. So not a good game for Dale Adams in the slightest. 786. Yikes. We do not want to think about this one. So yeah, play sim, play sim. Okay, so now we will simulate up to our next game. Which, okay. Make it make sense. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. But we are still crushing it. We've played 5 games. We have a 2.57 GAA, a 906 save percentage. That last game against the Islanders really kind of ruined our save percentage, but hey, hopefully we can get it back up. We are 4-1-0, 85 overall. We are 11-2 to start the season. And in the next episode, we will start off taking on the 6-4-2 San Jose Sharks. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been almost 43 minutes that I've been recording. I don't think I'm going to edit anything out, really. I just had fun hitting record, playing through, yapping. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And maybe going forward, I'll edit out a little bit, or I'll edit out some stuff. But I had fun with this one, just hitting record and letting it roll. But I am going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this episode and have not done so already, make sure to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell to turn on all notifications so you never miss a future one of my videos. Thank you guys once again so much for watching and for the huge amount of support on the previous NHL video. Like I said at the beginning of this video, 400 plus views. Wasn't expecting that in the slightest, but I'm very, very appreciative, and hopefully this episode gets the same amount of love and attention. But if not, it is what it is. You know, I'm just here to have fun. Hopefully you get, and if people watch, they watch. If not, it is what it is. We're just here to have fun. But anyway, gonna wrap it up here. Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.